Hey guys, Sam here, and welcome back to another episode of our Leeds United Career Mode series, taking a look at the final public count for the Billy Bremner Award. If you're not aware, as we head into January, the votes from now on will remain hidden. Of course, you guys can still see who is getting the man of the matches, so you can still see who's getting the 3 points, but I will not add to this tally anymore until the end of the season to add a little bit of a surprise in the award show. But that is how it stands in the final public count. Of course, we show the top 5 players. Danny Ings is at the top with 16 points, Saiz has 15, and then Calvin Phillips in 13. That rounds up the top 3 that you guys have been seeing. Ronaldo Vieira is on 12 points, and then Mini Zlatan is on 11 points. So that is your top 5, only 5 points separating them, so close between these 5 players. And this second half of the season, it's really anybody's game to see who's going to win the Billy Bremner Award. But continuing along in January, guys, I'm actually going to be doing post-com from here on out because it does get through the season just a little bit quicker, and I feel like we can just get short little episodes, show you guys what's been happening, and then move on. Of course, we're in January, so the January transfer window is open, but we do first have to play this game away at Goodison Park against Everton, who are always going to be a difficult team, struggling in real life, struggling pretty hard in real life actually, but a fantastic team in FIFA. They've also got Virgil van Dijk, they've got Rashford in the team. They make some really good signings in FIFA 18. I've noticed that Rashford is a popular signing that they make, but Andros Townsend gets us a 1-0 lead in the first half, just at the start of the second half, to put us up 1-0. Not really a lot going on in this game against Everton, but we're in some really good form. So the perfect time to be in some good form is December and then going into January, where the most fixture congestion is. And if you're carrying some good form there, you get some really important games coming along that you need to pick up points against, those teams. And we're doing really well here against Everton, a team that is quite tough. Once again, the ball just finds Townsend, and he was just right place, right time. No defender was marking him, and they were all trying to just block Mini Zlatan's shot, and unfortunately for them, it actually ended up at the feet of Townsend, and he just had to lay that in. It was a bit more powerful than it really had to be, but he just tried catching it with whatever he could. It makes it 2-0 as he picks himself up a brace away at Goodison Park, which is a great lead to have going into the last 10 or so minutes. Mini Zlatan here nearly gets a third. What is it with Mini Zlatan and hitting the post and the crossbar? It makes absolutely no sense. He hits the post or crossbar like 2 times an episode on average at this point in time. But they do bring one back. That is Everton through Virgil van Dijk, who is just bombed forward due to the fact they were in the final minutes of the game, and he found himself with a good opportunity and he finished it like a proper striker. So there you go. Townsend was the man of the match, which means he does get 3 points in the Billy Bremner Award. Of course, we won't be adding that, but it is interesting for you guys to see that. As we travel still on the road, this time to Wales and Swansea, the lineup change is drastic. We bring in Jackson and Griffiths from our youth team, and Kelly as well. So 3 youth team players coming into this game, and Jackson right off the get-go was being tested. Of course, he is the goalkeeper in the youth squad that was above a 70 rating. He's already at the same rating as Ramsdale because I was training him last season, so he's ready to go. The only problem I have with him is that he is 6 foot, which is unfortunate because he's a goalkeeper. So Ramsdale's 6'2", and I thought Ramsdale was pretty short, to be honest with you guys, let alone Jackson, who's 6 foot. So look, if he grows enough to have a good reflex rating, then it's not going to matter too much. But at the moment, I still think I have Ramsdale as our second choice goalkeeper, and you guys might disagree with that because Jackson is younger. But for me, with goalkeepers, height is so important that I have to say Ramsdale is the second choice goalkeeper. But a lot of people want Vidvald out, so maybe next season we'll roll with the both of them and give them and split the games between those two. But we could also look at bringing in a better keeper if we need to do that as well. But we do take the lead here against Swansea. They bring one back with some fantastic play. I have to say though, Coyle, it seemed like he was pulled back by just this imaginary rope. And another instance of this EA scripting. I've never really been one to believe it, but it just, if you watch that replay there, that camera angle was really good. He just gets pulled back, and Wilfred Bonney just gets the room that he needs to take what is a fantastic shot. Don't take anything away from the shot, but the defending was questionable, but mainly because I mean, Coyle was just getting pulled back, so I don't even know what to think there. But overall, not a bad game from the boys. Picking up a 1-1 draw against Swansea. Chaplin was the man of the match because, of course, he scored the goal. It was a really well-worked goal. I didn't talk about it, but it was a great goal. And good to get some of the youth players giving their debuts and getting some minutes on the board. But we do now have what is the biggest game of today's episode, and that is hosting Manchester United. We've played them twice already this season, this series, I should say, not this season. And we have lost and drawn against them. So going into this game, I really wanted to pick up a win against Manchester United, but they looked very, very sturdy in the first half. Going into the second half here, Saiz had a decent opportunity. Not as good as of a shot as I would expect from Saiz. De Gea with an easy save, but Ronaldo Vieira, oh my word, he's getting an absolute name for this, really. I mean, he's kind of known for this. He's scoring some absolute bangers. He loves the long shots, and he beats De Gea fantastically. De Gea with a very late reaction. I actually believe that De Gea in real life would save that because he had plenty of time to see it. And look at the way he's diving. That just isn't really De Gea at all, to be honest. So, yeah, it wasn't really the best placement of the long shot, but we got the goal anyway, and we make it 2 just about 5 or so minutes later through Danny Ings, who returns from injury in this game against Manchester United, I believe. Or maybe he had already returned. I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the highlights, but I think this might have been his return game. And it was against Manchester United, which was a big game for him to return. And he does pick up a massive goal to put us up 2-0. And a really nice cushion here against Manchester United, who in the last 5 or so minutes started piling on the pressure. They didn't really play well at all. And they were sending De Gea up for the corner. And what ends up happening is we have an opportunity here. Don't tell me that O'Kane is going to score that from past the halfway point in our own half. Eunan O'Kane, last season's goal of the season winner, is up for it again with a fantastic first time effort from inside our own half. And what I love the most about this goal is it doesn't bounce at all until it's in the goal. That is a fantastically taken goal from O'Kane, and we do pick up a huge 3-0 win against Manchester United, especially considering that we were tied on points going into this game. That was absolutely massive to dismantle them the way that we did. What a statement that was. And of course, we are in January, so I was taking a look at some people that were running out of their contracts, and one person that did interest me was Emre Çolak from Deportivo La Coruña, and he is a really good player. Now, he is a cam, so he does sort of occupy the same space that Saiz does, but he's very versatile, can play in centre-mid position and even on the right-hand side. So I thought it was a decent little pickup to get, only paying him 28,000, I think, or 25,000, sorry, per week. I thought that was really, really cheap to bring him in. 27 years of age, we signed him on a 3-year deal, and I thought that was really good, especially considering that it looks like, as crazy as this is to say, in our first season in the Premier League, we might get European football next season, so we will need depth in this team. He could really help out, especially with his versatility. We're on the road once again, and we are playing Newcastle United at St. James Park, and Saiz with a fantastic start to the game. Well, not really start. Just before the first half ends, he picks up a goal in what was probably the cagiest game of all 4 games this episode. This was a difficult one. Newcastle did not make it easy. That was the best opportunity we had, and we took it. Thank God we were clinical in that moment, because very easily this game could have been a 0-0 even, I would say. But this was Newcastle's best chance. A great cross through to Christian Atsu. How he misses from there, it just baffles me. That is just shocking. But like I said, a very cagey game, and honestly, those were the only 2 chances worth showing. One for us, one for them. We took ours, they didn't. And that was really the difference between the 2 teams as we pick up a massive 3 points on the road, guys. But the main question in today's episode is centre-back situation at the moment. Pontus Jansson is still out injured. He probably will be injured for the rest of the season. Now, I have a question for you guys. Matt Clark is from Portsmouth. He's 22 years of age, and he's got a decent little potential there. I've used him before in career mode, and I do like him. And he is someone that we could bring in right now, because he does have 6 months left on his contract, but he isn't 23 years of age just yet. So we can't sign him on a pre-contract, and we can't sign him for free. Should we bring him in now, or should we try and sign Phil Jones on a pre-contract and get Phil Jones in next season? I think there's pros and cons to both. Of course, Phil Jones overall is his pro, but he is a Manchester United player, so it might be a little bit too unrealistic for you guys, which I completely understand. Should we bring in Phil Jones? Should we bring in Matt Clark? Or do you think we should just hold out and not go for either one? It is completely up to you guys, but that is the end of today's episode, so if you did enjoy it, please do leave a like on the video, and I hope you guys don't mind too much with the post-com towards the end of the season, because really, at this point, it is just about knocking the season out, guys, because I know you guys watching are definitely interested, but the hype does die down once the transfer windows are over, so really, I think the rest of the career mode, this is how we will do it. So if you did enjoy it, leave a like on the video, and again, I hope you did enjoy today's video. Hope you had a good day. I will see you guys in the next one very soon. Keep it real.